And sometimes I think, or even ask myself,
Yes.
whether
Yes.
we are going to court and spending billions
Yes. To protect individual
to
interests.
protect individual interest.
Yes.
These individuals
Yes.
will come out,
Yes.
bear the cost,
Yes.
also the legal cost,
Yes.
and share the legal cost of this,
Yes.
because they have minted millions
Yes.
of dollars or even billions
Yes.
from Statoil and the ilk.
And any.
Yeah, and any.
Yes.
You see, and these individuals are just Kenyans retiring at their homes. You see, and they are well known. The information is there in public.
Yeah.
The same way like the Turkana block, it's alleged
Somebody sold it.
somebody sold it, serving in the Senate very well today, sitting pretty well. Yeah. Therefore, I think the people should not take Kenyans for a ride. They should tell us the information about who owns this block.
And the oil that comes out of Turkana, where does that money go?
Nobody.
Do we only get certain limited taxation out of it, or who owns it?
For the time being, I will say,
Production cost is still being paid for.
but yes,
Of
yes,
Totala oil.
yes.
But then the share that remains for Kenya, where does it go?
So sharing, yeah, it is a big issue. And I think we are the only few countries in the world that exports what we import. You know, we are exporting oil and importing. It's a paradox.
200.
We should have thought about this thing
barrels.
earlier. I think we should have our refineries in place, then prospect for oil. But instead of taking this oil now to thousands of kilometers away and bringing back
Finished products.
finished products, it's a problem. We should have processed our oil here, so that we can at least it can contribute to the economy. Yeah, but the whole oil industry in Kenya, the same way the blocks now, Kenya and Somalia are in dispute, is shrouded in misery. Who owns these blocks? Who sold them to Statoil and any? That information must come out very soon. Yeah, the ball goes silent.
The maritime dispute, we spent a lot of money. We've spent over 3 billion Kenyan shillings.
Yes,
Gone into pockets of people.
yes, we should not have spent a coin on the maritime dispute, as far as I think. Somalis went to court. It's the right to go to court. But Kenyans and Somalia, Kenya and Somalia are tied at the hip. With proper advice to the foreign ministry of this country, we should have resolved that thing amicably in a win-win situation.
Without going to court.
Yes, without going to court.
But you know, Somalis bent backwards over to accommodate. You saw that report on the Standard.
No.
One of the papers, daily papers, which said that Somalis were pushing for that, Kenyans rubbished it, didn't care about it. Rubbished in the sense that they never attended.
Yes,
some of
they
these
never
meetings.
attended the meetings.
Yes.
Yes, it's an issue. They never attended.
They never attended the meetings.
Yes.
So they left the Somalis with no option
Yes.
but to go to court.
Yeah. Laxity and bad response from our Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Complacency.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And I have told you, I was just quoting Professor Robert Ney, Joseph Ney, soft power. This country, Farah, has someone like you, well respected across the Somali divide. We have other Somalis who are born in Kenya,
Bilo
doing
Kero.
business in Kenya,
Yeah.
Bilo Kero,
Yeah.
et al.
One person who comes to mind straight away. Yes.
Yes, et al. We can use that power to go and
But
talk
they
to this,
prefer
our
to use the
brethren.
ones the ones who have always been being rigged by the system into power. They've always been with every system. They were the colonial system, at least the families. They were with the Kenyatta system. They were with Moi's system, very, very diligently and very, loyal. And then they came to the Kibaki system. Now they're in the Huru system. And if Ruto comes tomorrow, they'll be in the Ruto system. If the devil comes tomorrow, they'll still work with the devil.
I saw that you saying on TV.
Yes, yes.
That,
and you see, with such people, they will only tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah, let me put it differently.
Yes.
Mheshimiwa, I'm not a politician, you are a very good one.
Yes.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs prefers
Yeah.
those who like the status quo ante,
Yes.
you see.
Yes.
The people who are not innovative enough.
Yes, yes.
Those who you say jump and they jump, they
Yes.
ask how high.
Yes.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of this country has a duty to bring its soft power and mass its soft power.
Yes.
Bring it together
Yes.
and use it. Because soft power is the ability to co-opt, not the ability to coerce. And furthermore, some people are calling for war, even on the Somali side. If you see it's easy to know what Somalis think because, as they have been called by so many commentators, they are a community of poets. If you want to know what the Somali in Wajir is thinking, you just need to what the local poets, what they will say.
Literally, you listen to the poetry.
Yes, listen to poetry. If I listen to Somali poetry today about the maritime dispute, they also, when we say we will go, our navy will go to Somalia, they're also calling for war. It doesn't benefit anybody, is that? Therefore, what I think we can do is we can stop spending money on this dispute. The Minister of Foreign Affairs should call the Somali elites
From Kenya.
from
Somali.
Kenya. Yes, from Kenya. Yes.
And ask for ideas.
Advice.
Ideas and advice.
Advice. Yeah, and because I told you, patriotism is telling your country the truth. Patriotism is not about clubbing when your country is wrong.
Nationalism is different.
Nationalism is different. But if you go the nationalism way, I told you it has killed 180 million in the last century.
We will lose.
We lose. Yes.
But of course, there are those who say Somalia is a failed state. They don't have a structured military might that is measurable to Kenya or that can be compared with Kenya. So we'll move in there and we'll just take what we want.
It may not be as easy as that, because history reminds us that Operation Restore Hope ended
the most powerful country in the world.
It ended badly.
They still had to cut line and run.
Yes.
They ran, literally ran.
Yes. Some people have nothing to lose.
Yes.
You
Somalis have nothing to lose.
Yeah, maybe some have nothing to lose. And I would say, why resort to war when we have
the possibility
500,000 Somalis in a refugee camp in Dadaab?
Yes.
I told you the two most senior politicians in the Somali community outside Africa, Ilhan Omar and Ahmed, the Minister for Immigration.
They went through the
work here. Yes. The other one, the world leading marathoner, one of the world leading marathoner.
Marathoner, yes.
Mo Farah.
Yes.
Has been training here for the last 10 years.
Yes.
You see, Somalis are proud of this country. And then
they love Kenya and Kenyans.
I love Kenya. I used to work in Mogadishu in 2015 and 2016 as the head of an NGO in Somalia. We have about 50 to 60,000 Kenyans working in the NGO sector.
Yes.
And whenever a meeting of head of NGOs in Somalia is called for in Mogadishu,
yes.
Chances
you think
are that
yes.
90% of those heading those NGOs are Kenyans.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe some Kenyans don't know that in Mogadishu airport, when you land at the Mogadishu airport and you go to the VIP section,
yes.
the first person that greets you
is the Kenyan.
Is the bartender at the coffee shop.
Yes, who's the Kenyan?
Comes from Dika.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ngugi or somebody. You see? Therefore, we have a lot in common. I told you we are tied at the hip. Therefore, we have a lot of soft power. We should not resort to, we should not go to ICJ. We can convince Somalis if we are sincere and honest. And they're ready.
What do you think now? You think there's a way anybody can talk to them to withdraw the matter from court? You think that's going to be, or rather, is it too late?
I don't think it's too late.
For withdrawal from the court?
No. I don't believe it's too late. Provided the Kenyan government, I told you, calls a group of eminent Kenyans and listen to their advice. Not to the advice of those who want to preserve the status quo ante. Yeah.
Those who benefit from conflicts.
Yes.
I want to ask you one thing. What are the prospects for a lasting peace for Somalia, in your own opinion? Lasting peace.
Yes.
For Somalia. What are the prospects today?
Wow.
A lot better, much better, no better than it was 5 years ago. What are the prospects for lasting peace in Somalia? What are the prospects for Al-Shabaab being defeated in Somalia now?
I told you, the word defeat is relative in insurgencies or counter-insurgencies. But President Farmajo and Khaire were elected. Farmajo was elected largely by the parliamentarians, yes. But they were coerced to elect. by the Somali public. You remember
Somali masses.
the Somali mass. As during his premiership, Farmajo had created an image that he is a patriot. And that's why he was elected en masse by the Somali parliamentarians. Today, Al-Shabaab insurgency hasn't waned or hasn't reduced. There are still attacks in Somalia. But Farmajo still,
He's getting more popular.
I will not say more popular, but still has some public appeal because of maybe his rhetoric and the way he speaks. And Somalis like, people who speak orators. And I think also most Somalis believe
He's honest.
he is not so much crime-based.
And
Clan-centric.
not corrupt.
Yes. We have seen the Somali government buying an embassy with taxpayers' money.
They say he's patriotic. This is the feeling you get.
Yes.
That they feel that these two, the duo,
Yes.
are much more patriotic than the ones who were there before, because they never went on to grabbing spree or these are the kind of things that, of course, they are the other side also.
I haven't done so much a comparison, but I will say the duo,
Yes.
at least,
Yes.
were elected by, Farmajo especially,
Yes.
was elected by the Somalis from Minnesota
Yes.
to Melbourne in America.
All over the world.
All over the world.
Yes.
Appeal.
Yes.
Today, anyway, in security, one great thing they have done is that the Somali military, documentation and all this, security sector reform is progressing well.
Very well.
Progressing well.
Yes, yes. They removed all those ghost soldiers.
Ghost soldiers.
Yes.
Yes.